Hi guys, this is going to be a video on making tick marks on your Dobsonian scope so you can find planets during the daytime. So here we go. Here's one of the Sonoma telescopes that is in my classroom. And so I did, the first thing I did was I took my cell phone and I downloaded an app called Clinometer and I laid it right there, and then I can't get straight up in this, so I moved it until it said 80 degrees. I took a pencil and drew right across there. I moved it until it said 70 degrees. I did a pencil across there. I just kept going in increments of 10 degrees. I got them all the way down until it was horizontal-ish. So those are 10-degree tick marks. And so if I wanted to go from there up 20 degrees, I can go 10, 20. Or if I wanted to go from here down 30 degrees, let's say I want to go down 36 degrees, I can go, well, there's 10, and there's 20, and there's 30, and somewhere around there is about 36. So if I wanted to go from right there up 21 degrees, well, I'm going to tell myself, well, it's right about from the bottom line to the top line, that's probably a 6/10. So I would go, so let's say I want to go up 21, I would go to the same place there, so there's 10, same place there, there's about 10, and then one more little oomph, and there's about 21. Is this perfect? No, but it'll find planets in the daytime. Alrighty, that said, I'm on the ground now. Let's look at the bottom. So I took this circle and measured its diameter, and that gave me 16 inches. I multiplied that by pi, so it gave me something like 49 or 50 or something like that. I think it was 50. So then to get 10-degree tick marks, I would take that 50 inches and divide it by 36, which gave me something like 1 3/8 inches. So I made a tick mark right on the corner there. Then I carefully measured over 1 3/8 inches, put another one, 1 3/8 inches, put another one, 1 3/8 inches, put another one, and I did at least 90 degrees here. I could have done one more just to get to that corner. Then I set this guy wherever it just happened to be, and I put a tick mark next to one of those. And I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and made another tick mark. And then I rolled this guy over to that one, and I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and made another tick mark. So every 6 of those is 60 degrees. So there are 6 of those around the scope. So I'm getting back off the floor here. So I can now look down there and say if I need to go right 41 degrees, I'm going to go 10, 20, 30, 41. And then if I wanted to go up 12, I can go 10, 12. They don't even need numbers. You can interpolate. So here's the way I find a planet. I find an astronomical object that is easy to find, like the moon, or I put a plug in the front of the scope and point at the sun until the scope's shadow is perfectly round, but you got to block the optics or you'll fry you and the scope. So then I get on this thing called Planet Droid. It's an app, and I find the altitude and azimuth of the sun. I write them down. And then I select Venus, and I write its altitude and azimuth down. Then I determine if I have to go right or left to get Venus from the sun, or up and down to get Venus from the sun. So when I did that today, I noticed that from the sun, this is earlier this morning, and this is whatever, August 27th or whatever. The time I did this, I had to go right 42, no, right 39, and I'm sorry, it was right 32 and up 39. So from where the thing is on the sun, remember, when you've got it on the sun, you've got it blocked. You look at the tick marks and you go right 32, then you look at the tick marks and you go up 39, and then you look in your pre-focused eyepiece, and it's either in there or you wiggle it around until it gets in there. Now, when I say pre-focused, if your eyepiece is out of focus, you point at Venus, you can look right at it, you won't know it's there. An out-of-focus Venus in blue sky is invisible. So I pointed the telescope first on the horizon, and I focused it on the farthest thing I can get. Now, the moon's up, use the moon. If the moon's not up, don't use the sun, you'll fry your eye out. Point it on the horizon and focus on the horizon. Now, if you're using the sun, cover the scope, put it on the sun. You can tell because the shadow of the scope will be circular. And then you do your right 32 and up 39 or whatever your numbers will be. Or if the moon is out, point it at the moon, take the altitude and azimuth of the moon and the altitude and azimuth of Venus, do your subtraction, determine whether you got to go right or left, determine whether you got to go up or down, and how far, and use your tick marks, going over, going up or down. Now your eyepiece, since you focus on the horizon, is very close to being pre-focused. And so if you look in the scope and it's not there, just move the scope around little bitty circles and down. Oh, I bumped into it, kind of a thing. If you blow it the first time, start over again and do it again. And just keep doing it until you find it. You will find it. Now, Venus in the daytime is great. I'll tell you what's really great. It's Mars in the daytime. So somewhere around maybe December, we will be able to get Mars while the sun is still up. It's so cool. Instead of being an orangish red against a black sky like it is at night and really intense, it's kind of a pastel pink against a robin egg blue sky. It's really awesome. So it's worth being able to do this. It's also for your astronomy, in my astronomy class, it is your assignment to do this. And so you notice that I did it with very light pencil marks. These are not school scopes. These are my scopes. I give you permission to do this. Except for the one school scope, which is Iris, and it's already done. All right, so you need to get these tick marks on there, and then we're going to start finding Venus during the daytime. Get her done. All right, guys, enjoy.